evening. My name is Margaret. I'm 75 years old, and if my voice trembles tonight, it's not because I'm nervous, it's because it carries weight, the weight of years, of memories, of silence, of prayers whispered in the dark. I never thought I'd stand on a stage like this. I never imagined I'd still be breathing at this age, let alone singing. But here I am, not because I want the world to applaud me, but because there's one pair of ears I hope will hear me, even if they're somewhere beyond the stars. You see, I had a son. His name was Daniel. He was my miracle, my light, my purpose. I had him late in life when doctors said I couldn't, when the world whispered that I was too old, too broken, too tired. But Daniel came anyway, strong and crying and beautiful, and from the moment I held him in my arms, I knew my life had finally begun. He was my reason to wake up, to sing, to breathe. We didn't have much, a small apartment, second-hand furniture, more bills than blessings, but we had each other. And music, always music. Daniel loved it from the moment he could walk. He'd hum himself to sleep. He'd tap rhythms on the kitchen table. And sometimes, when I was folding laundry or crying quietly over bills, he'd come up behind me, hug me tight, and whisper, "Mama, don't be sad. Sing with me instead." We sang together every night, hymns, lullabies, silly songs we made up on our own, and every night before bed we'd sing to God. "Thank you, Lord," we'd say, "for another day, another smile, another song." But then came the sickness. It started with little things, a cough that wouldn't go away, fatigue that didn't match his laughter. I took him to the doctor, thinking it was nothing. But it was everything. It was cancer, the kind that doesn't ask permission, the kind that comes in like a thief and takes everything. He was only 14. 14. How do you look a child in the eyes and tell him that his story might end before it ever really begins? How do you hold your baby and not break when he asks, "Mama, will I go to heaven?" I didn't have answers, only tears, only prayers, only songs. We sang through his treatments. We sang through the hair falling out. We sang through the hospital nights and the good days and the bad days and the days that felt like they were dipped in forever pain. And even when he could barely speak, he'd still whisper, "Mama, sing to me." So I did. I sang like my heart was bleeding, because it was. I sang like each word was a lifeline trying to pull him back to shore. I sang until the day I couldn't anymore, because that was the day he left. I was holding his hand. I was singing Amazing Grace. And with the faintest smile, he whispered, "I hear it, Mama. I hear the angels singing too." And then he was gone. That was 20 years ago. 20 years of silence. 20 years of waking up to an empty chair, an empty room, an empty part of my soul. I stopped singing. I stopped everything. I blamed God. I screamed at the sky. I curled into myself and let the world pass by. Every birthday, every Christmas, every Mother's Day, I waited for a sign that never came. But last winter, something changed. I was in the attic, sorting through old boxes, when I found a dusty cassette tape. It was Daniel. His voice, just a boy, maybe 10, singing a song we had written together. His laugh echoed through the speaker like sunlight. And in that moment, for the first time in 20 years, I smiled, I cried, I sang. I sang with him, and I felt him. I felt him with me. Not gone, just changed. That night I wrote a song. A prayer, really. Not to ask God why, but to say thank you for the years I did have, for the love I got to feel, for the boy who made me a mother. And that's why I'm here tonight. I'm not here for fame or fortune or lights or applause. I'm here because I want the world to know that even after the storm, even after the worst loss imaginable, there's still a song left to sing. That grief doesn't end, love, it deepens it. That heaven is closer than we think when we sing with our whole soul. And maybe, just maybe, Daniel is listening tonight, somewhere beyond these stars, smiling, humming along, saying, "That's my mama." So, if it's all right, I'd like to sing the song I wrote for him and for the God who never left me, even when I stopped believing. This song is called "Still My Son," because even now, even after all this time, he still is, always will be.
I've been running through the dark tonight, chasing shadows in the pale moonlight. Every step feels like a broken stone, but your voice keeps calling, sing me home. Sing me home where the heartbeats stay, through the clouds and the skies of gray. I'm lost, but your melody's my way. Sing me home, don't let me stray. Too loud. I've been hiding in a faceless crowd, but your song cuts through the aching drone, a silver thread that sings me home. Sing me home where the heartbeats stay, through the clouds and the skies of gray. I'm lost, but your melody's my way. Sing me home, don't let me stray. When the world feels like it's caving in, and I'm drowning where I've never been, your voice rises like a whispered tone through the noise. It's you who sings me home.